The Ballad of Villa Del Mar, a tragedy in five-star clothing. Oh, gather round, my fellow travellers, and let me spin you a tale so wretched, so unholy in its mediocrity, that even Dante would blush to include it in his Inferno. I speak, of course, of Hotel Villa Del Mar, Benidorm, a place where dreams go to die, where the concept of 4 stars is a cruel joke, and where the only thing all-inclusive is the suffering. Act I. The grand deception. Picture this: you arrive, weary from travel, clutching your suitcase like a life raft, only to be greeted by a lie. The lobby, a sad little box with chairs that look like they were salvaged from a 1980s dentist's office. The luxury promised online, nowhere to be found. The air smells faintly of damp towels and regret, but oh, the real horror begins when you reach your room. Act II. The chamber of despair. The door creaks open, ominous. Really, and there it is, a space so small you could touch both walls without fully extending your arms. The bed, a slab of concrete disguised as a mattress. The sheets, threadbare relics from a bygone era, stained with the ghosts of past guests' sorrows. And the bathroom, oh, sweet suffering. The shower dribbles lukewarm water like a reluctant faucet in a drought. The tiles, black with mold, not the artistic kind, the you will contract a respiratory infection kind. The towels, rough as sandpaper, thin as tissue, and somehow still damp. But the piece de resistance, the air conditioning, or should I say the lack thereof. The room is a sauna, a sweatbox, a torture chamber where the only breeze comes from your own desperate fanning. Act III. The feast of misery. You stagger to the dining hall hoping for salvation. Instead, you are met with lukewarm disappointment. The food sits under heat lamps like prisoners on death row, soggy, lifeless, repetitive. The international cuisine, a parade of the same 3 dishes, rotating like a cursed carousel. The chef's special, a mystery meat that dares you to identify it, and the drinks, watered-down sadness in a plastic cup. You paid for all-inclusive, but what you got was all regrettable. Act IV. The betrayal of the young. Now let us speak of the children, or rather how Hotel Villa Del Mar hates them. You were promised a kids' club, a sanctuary for your little one. Instead, a discriminatory farce. Spanish children, welcome. Foreign children, tolerated at best. The rules changed daily. First your child is too young, then suddenly too old, then, oh, the club is closed because no Spanish kids are here. The solution? Walk 1.5 km to another hotel's kids club, as if parents on vacation dream of spending half their day commuting to drop off their child for 1 hour of free time. Act V. The final insult and then noise. The top-floor restaurant where drunk guests scream, sing into the void until 1 a.m. The walls, paper thin, the peace, non-existent. You requested a quiet room, too bad here. S1 overlooking the nightclub. The pool, dirty, overcrowded with broken sunbeds, reserved by towels like some post-apocalyptic beach ritual. The entertainment, a cringe-inducing parade of acts so outdated even your grandparents would yawn. Epilogue. The scam revealed and tenth bill, hidden fees, resort charges, deposits for glasses. Yes, €1 per glass, because nothing says luxury like paying for the privilege of hydration. You came for a vacation. What you got was a masterclass in disappointment. The moral of the story.
I'm looking into these really nasty crimes near Hotel Villa Del Mar, Benidorm, and I'm so sad, you know. It's like tourists come to relax, have a good time, and then this happens. Businesses near Hotel Villa Del Mar, Benidorm are like super shady, you know. Like they'll steal your credit card and use it for all these fake purchases. This one time, a tourist had his wallet stolen, and within minutes, the thieves had already made 9 transactions with his credit card. Can you believe it? They even arrested the shop manager who was trying to cover it up. I mean, how could you, right? It's just so wrong. The tourist was probably super stressed, trying to cancel their credit card and report it to the police. And the thieves, they're just living their lives thinking they got away with it. But thankfully the police caught them. And then there's this phone scam. It's like people approaching tourists, asking for directions and then snatching their phones. It's so easy, you know. They target people near shops and restaurants, especially in busy areas like Levante and Ponient beaches. I'm like, guys, be careful, okay? Don't let people distract you, keep your phone safe. The thieves are just making a quick buck, selling the phones or using them for their own gain. And the tourists, they're left with nothing, feeling helpless and frustrated. Oh, and there's this other scam where thieves steal wallets and use the cards right away. They're like super organized, you know. They'll steal your card, use it to buy expensive stuff, and then send it all abroad. Some shopkeepers are even in on it, which is just disgusting. I mean, how can you trust anyone? The tourists are probably thinking, what's going on? Why are these transactions showing up on my account? And the thieves? They're just laughing all the way to the bank. You know, businesses near Hotel Villa Mar, Benidorm are also super aggressive when it comes to pricing. They'll hike up prices, charge extra fees, or even mislead you about exchange rates. It's like technically legal but still super wrong. Tourists are just trying to have a good time and then they get ripped off. I'm like, come on guys, be honest. The shopkeepers are just trying to make a quick buck and the tourists are left feeling frustrated and disappointed. And the worst part, these scams are getting more and more common. With party groups moving from Magaluf to Benidorm, it's like a whole new wave of scams is coming in. Gangs are doing distraction thefts, stealing valuables and using them for their own gain. It's just so sad, you know. Tourists are just trying to have fun and then they get taken advantage of. I'm like, be careful guys, okay? Keep your valuables safe and don't let people distract you. Because in the end, it's just not worth it.
Businesses near Hotel Villa Mar, Benidorm. A comprehensive analysis, the businesses surrounding Hotel Villa Mar in Benidorm paint a grim picture. One of neglect, exploitation, and mediocrity. If you were hoping for a charming local experience, prepare for disappointment. What you'll find instead are establishments that seem to operate under a single, unspoken rule: how little effort can we put in before people stop coming? Let's start with the shopping experience. Centro Comercial La Marina is less a shopping center and more a monument to false advertising. Stores display items they don't stock, bathrooms resemble biohazard zones, and the entire place smells like regret. The few shops that remain open offer nothing but plain shirts, as if the entire mall gave up on creativity years ago. And if you dare visit on a Sunday, empty, a ghost town with flickering lights. Then there, S. Flamingo's Vintage Kilo, where the concept of vintage apparently includes deception. Customers report being charged double the actual weight of their items, receiving clothes that disintegrate after one wash, and encountering staff whose customer service skills rival a brick wall. The prices, absurd. The quality, questionable at best. The only thing heavier than the air of disappointment is the scent of musty fabric. Hungry? Mumtaz Curry House might tempt you with promises of authentic Indian cuisine, but what you'll get is salt disguised as food, reheated mystery meat, and a bill that's been creatively adjusted upwards. The restaurant's hygiene standards are as shaky as their opening hours. Google says they're open, but reality says otherwise. Need relaxation? Thai Massage Benidorm offers the opposite. Expect unskilled hands, questionable hygiene, and therapists who seem to have learned their craft from a YouTube tutorial. The only thing Thai about this place is the name. Everything else is a gamble. One customer left with a back injury instead of relief. Another paid €120 for what was advertised as a €60 couples massage. The only thing massaged here is your wallet. Thirsty. Penelope and Heartbreak Rock Bar will break more than just your heart. Penelope's toilets are a horror show, overflowing, unlit, and possibly haunted by past regrets. The staff treat customers like inconveniences, and the drinks are priced like liquid gold. Meanwhile, Heartbreak Rock Bar lives up to its name by charging €12 for a gin and tonic in a room where the ceiling peels like sunburnt skin. Their pricing strategy? A mystery even Sherlock Holmes couldn't solve. And if you're looking for a cafe, Cafe Sorrento serves dry cake and indifference. The staff glare at customers as if they've personally offended them by existing. The pastries. Some are good, some are tragic, like a culinary Russian roulette. What does this mean for travelers? The businesses near Hotel Villa Mar operate on a spectrum between barely acceptable and actively terrible. If you value cleanliness, fair pricing, or basic competence, you'll need to venture further out. This area thrives on tourists who either don't know better or are too tired to care. Recommendations: avoid impulse spending. Prices are often inflated without reason. Check opening hours in advance.